Hey guys, so a couple days ago I went to the movie theaters and saw a double feature. Sorry it's taken so long for me to do these reviews. Uh, a few things have been going on. Last weekend I didn't go because I had family here. I had my sister and niece from North Carolina down. And also I started to get very sick. Like I've been still kind of getting over it. I have a bad cough. My voice is a little hoarse. I don't know if you can tell. Um, Still kind of getting over it, but once my sister and them left, I decided like I started to have more free time. Um, then also, if you're noticing, this video is kind of a little bit different from any of the other videos I've made. That's because I'm recording this on my laptop. Because unfortunately my computer broke, so I'm gonna have to use this for a little while until I get a new one. So I apologize for any downgraded quality or anything like that. I apologize for that in advance. Just I was not planning on this happening. Obviously, it kind of sucks, but whatever. Anyways, let's get into the movies I saw a couple days ago. The first one being Lights Out. This is a movie that I was generally looking forward to going in because I thought the trailers for this movie were really good and really creepy and like really effective. I really liked them a lot. It sold me on the trailers, uh, and even like this movie, even though that the trailer, one of the last trailers that come out, was one of those stereotypical trailers you usually get when a movie starts getting well received. You start getting one of those trailers that has all the great reviews it gets. It's one of those reviews I always cannot, or trailers I cannot stand, because that just kind of makes you get high expectations for movies, and sometimes they don't always deliver. Um, but it looked good. As I said, it had a pretty decent cast and everything in it. I said it should be a good horror movie. Maybe I said you know we've had a pretty solid year so far in horror. So it's like, why not another good horror movie? And you know what? We do. There is another good horror movie out there. Lights Out is pretty goddamn good. I really enjoyed it. Um, it is a very, very creepy uh, horror movie, and is also really well acted. The performance, the one thing I'll praise more than anything about this movie is the performance of Maria Bello as the mother, who she pulls off a really goddamn great, crazy as hell performance. She is really good in this movie. Uh, she she's a woman who has a lot of issues, to say the least, and she plays it very convincingly. Um, um, it's a movie that it's all not just a horror movie, but it's also kind of like a family drama mixed in with a psychological thriller that makes any sense, because Maria Bello's character, when she was younger, lived in a mental institution, and she befriended a girl who had this rare skin condition where she could not be exposed to sunlight or any kind of lights, and something really bad happens to her. Well, kind of getting the spoilers, but basically she, through an experiment, the doctors accidentally caused the girl to explode. No, I'm not making that up. And the woman, or Maria Bello, thinks throughout the years that the girl died, but then she starts coming back to her as the shadowy figure that every time you turn off the lights she would appear. And she's like, Maria Bello is very heavily influenced by this girl. Every time she gets off her antidepressants, this girl appears, but when she goes on her antidepressants, she does appear. And like this, this woman who's she's playing. When the movie starts, you see her as this woman who's just fucking like really losing her mind, and it's pretty good. I love her in this movie. She is really awesome in this movie. Also, Teresa Palmer is really good as her daughter, who's her strange daughter that she like her dad left her when she was little, and she ended up being taken from her mother when she was younger by Children's Services, and also has a weird connection to this Diana shadowy figure too. And she's really good. I honestly, one of the things I didn't notice until I saw the movie was like, Teresa Palmer looks like a little bit like Maria Bello, to the point you're like, you can kind of believe that those two are mother-daughter. It's kind of hard not to believe that. So I'll give them that. They picked a girl that kind of looks like the older actress. So I'll give them props on that. Shit. The little brother was fine. Everything else, like, even though basically the only two other main actors are the little brother and the boyfriend. And the boyfriend had some of my favorite moments in this movie. One in particular where he during towards the end of the movie where they're fighting this shadowy figure, he gets attacked by the shadowy figure, and it gets in his car and says, it looks like he's just saying "fuck it" and leaves. I'm like, dude, that's fucking hilarious. This is right after he confesses his love to Teresa Palmer and shit like that. And I'm like, dude, that'd be hilarious if he just does not does not show back up. But of course he does. Spoiler alert, he does. But yeah, it was like that was kind of funny. Also, he has a moment like where he's confronting her about her mom, and he basically just met her mom. And I'm like, really, dude? And Teresa Palmer actually give her credit as a realistic reaction, like, dude, who the fuck are you? That was kind of funny. I'm trying to think. This is a movie. It's good. It does have a lot of jump scares. I'll say that. It is one of those movies that does have a lot of jump scares. It is PG-13, even though it's PG-13. I usually I'm like, oh no, a PG-13 horror movie, that's not good. This is a good PG-13 horror movie, and honestly, didn't need to be rated R at all. It's one of those movies. It was fine for being PG-13. It's a idea that didn't need an R rating to be good. The jump scares, there are a lot in this movie, but also, it's not as bad as some horror movies are nowadays. I'll give it that. Like, it's not as like fucking annoying as a lot of horror movies are nowadays. Man, this is one of the movies kind of hard to like talk about. Because like it's good enough that I recommend it, and that's about basically it. I really do recommend this movie. It's a very solid horror movie with a unique concept, and like it's also like a pretty solid family drama. Also, this movie has one of my favorite lines of 2016 so far, and that is during a scene where the son is talking to Teresa Palmer, and he's talking about Maria Bello, and he goes, if mom's crazy, does that mean we're gonna be crazy too? That made me laugh. It's like, dude, I about spit out my pop. I'm not gonna lie. When I heard that line, I chuckled. There was more than a few times I chuckled in this movie. I think they were intentional. Just having watched horror movies long enough, I think they're pretty genuine laughs in this movie. Also, I'll give props to this. I did like the look of the actual creature when you get a look at it. It actually did look pretty cool. Kind of really creepy looking. Because at one point at the end of the movie, you see it in the trailers where she's like has a black light and she's like shining it around. Well, if you shine the black light at this like shadowy figure, it doesn't harm her, but you get to see what it actually looks like, and that was kind of cool. I like that. That was different. I remember actually even saying after I watched this movie, it's like, you know what? That was a solid goddamn horror movie, and that could easily be a standalone movie. It'll be great. Hollywood does not need to make a sequel to this. They kind of concluded the story well enough that they don't need to make a sequel. And then I was like, oh yeah, but it's like, this is Hollywood, they'll fuck it up. Well, guess what? There's a sequel coming out. It just announced. I'm like, fuck yo. I guess it did work so well with stuff like Sinister, and you make a sequel. Why the hell? Like, you get a really solid horror movie like every once in a while, and then they gotta ruin it by making a sequel. Man. I mean, yeah, we got stuff like Conjuring 2 that came out earlier this year that is a sequel to a really good horror movie. But, those are few and far between anymore, like a good horror sequel. So yeah. Be on the lookout for that. Lights Out 2 eventually here. Because it made money, so now they gotta make a sequel. As far as trailers go, I don't even need my phone. I know what I got. I didn't even realize this was still coming out. But Before I Wake, I swear I've got a trailer for this like 2 years ago. Seriously. It's a movie. I forget what happened. Like, it was supposed to come out like, I think January or February. Damn, I had my allergies acting up. February or this past year, it was supposed to come out. Damn. And I forget, like, the studio went bankrupt, and so they had to not release it. This is a movie that has an interesting idea. I'll give it that. Like I've said this before, like, it has an interesting idea. It's about this kid that gets adopted by this family who his dreams become a reality whenever he dreams at night, but also his nightmares do too. Like, whatever. It doesn't look. It's from the guy that made Oculus. He's also making that Ouija prequel, which I'm not looking forward to, but whatever. But I was like, yeah, I liked Oculus. I kind of interested in seeing him do more stuff, but this doesn't look that good. Damn. Apparently, it's been out in the UK since April. It's taken forever for this to come out in America, so that's crazy. That's as far as Lights Out goes. I'll be back in a few minutes with my other review.